That's what I'm missing.
What are
I'm
you
sitting there
missing?
looking-
As the
I was
very
like,
first words on the recording.
no. Yeah, my brain. I had a fart. Basically, I'm like, I usually pull up a litany of different windows and tabs and whatnot. I'm like, what am I missing? Oh yeah, roll 20.
The
Yes,
kind
you are not yet on roll 20.
Yes, I'm about to be.
Savannah! The cat was
Hey, look,
there.
it's
So
the map.
So we last left you. You had sailed away from the island of Lopan, where you traded in the punished and banned ship that you stole from the Shadow's Revenge, for just under a million gold pieces, and used it to expand your merchant venture to a merchant fleet of 13 ships, which you have then proceeded to sail to the great fortified port city of Lorne, which is the head of all mercenary training, and it's kind of the central stronghold of the area. If Wisdom, where you guys are from, is the capital, like Washington D.C., Lorne is Texas. The violent people come from there, and everybody passes through sooner or later. And what the Domain of Man has done is it has actually constructed their own version of the Panama Canal called the Grand Canal. And this episode of our previous actions won't have consequences. We'll get to that. I actually have a couple surprises in store. One of which both Scarrett and Cookman will recognize, but we'll get there.
Oh,
Well, I don't like having a GM if the GM's going to send you on an adventure. I'm not so drastically meta that I haven't actually copied the little cartoon guy named GM from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, although I had a debate about that today. And I decided that I will have other clue bats instead, unless you guys would find that amusing, in which case I can, but our previous actions totally won't have consequences. Yes, no.
That was supposed to be a towel size. It went weird. Oh.
so what was your big announcement, Bruce?
Well, you guys, you'll find out.
Oh, we are so hosed.
that was the words that played through my head.
Yay.
We have covered the FA, and FO is short for foreshadowing. How's that?
Oh,
I'm ready to be entertained, Bruce.
I don't know if you were with us long enough to recognize a certain NPC who will be appearing shortly. But first, I have a PC to introduce. In the center, we're going to go to the more detailed map here really quick. Because we have, per request, I was requested to have adventures like the Voyage of the Dawn Treader chapter episode adventures, right? You guys want to, you're on this big ocean journey across the known world, and you wanted to have smaller, more compact adventures here and there as you travel, was what was given to me. Is that sounding familiar to you nerds?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Monster.
So you have come to the city of Neven, which is a halfway mark in the Grand Canal project. So you can see this is all canal work, and it's been very slow travel uphill and inland. It's about 130 miles you've traveled so far as the crow flies. Another 20% of that because river go twisty twist, and the fact that you're going upstream and you're repeatedly having to elevate yourself through wooden docks getting flooded and raised, etc. You're averaging about 3 miles an hour instead of 8 knots. Well, 6 knots, 6.7 knots, but okay, down physics nerd, down, sit, stay. Okay, and and so you finally, after 2 kind of grueling and grinding, relatively boring days along the Grand Canal, come to the town of Neven. I will read to you the description of the town of Neven. This is Neven is placed. There's a large reservoir, expanded lake, here along the Grand Canal, along Neven, and it is a good place to stop. More importantly, let's see who we have here. Everybody's here. We've got. I'll roll 1d4 to see who was standing guard. Errol was standing guard at, oh my gosh, 30 this morning. Because you guys are just too familiar with whatever sadist is in charge of your lives to believe that you should not post guard in a civilized canal. When there is a clap of thunder, a flash of lightning, and a meaty sounding thud thump directly in front of the cabin, so right onto the weather deck of the Flounder.
Get a bird just getting
Do my
struck by
dogs
lightning.
hear it?
Oh yes, everyone hears it. It's thunder.
Woo,
And
nice.
it's not like I wonder if that weather will come this way. It was the tree in the backyard ain't there no mo kind of thunder. But the masts look intact and the rigging isn't on fire, so that's good, and there doesn't appear to be a major hole in the boat. But Daryl does see a smoking figure lying in the fetal position on the deck where there wasn't no figure no more, 3 seconds before. And it looks like all the world, like he's got a duffel bag smoking next to him. WTF mate A. Okay, so here the adventure begins. It is 3:15 in the morning. Our ranger has the watch, and crackle kaboom, hey, you didn't pay to board.
Magic net.
You immediately magic net. Okay. You say the magic, point your ring, say the magic word, and a blue and a web of blue mystic light flies out, wrapping the completely inert, smoldering form and his duffel into a slightly obscene body pillow Jenga collection, making no move to resist or that he even noticed. And so now you have a glowing pile of luggage and person softly smoking on the deck.
I'm gonna get the rest. Have someone go get the rest of the party.
You're not going to kick him while he's down and naked?
You're not gonna try to put him out while he's smoldering.
I am exercising restraint. I did not say he was naked. I just said he's smoldering.
Oh, okay. You're not going to stab him while he's down and magically netted?
No, he's magically netted.
Come on.
I'm
Do a
not.
little mild waterboarding.
As much as I
Okay.
could use some
It's okay.
revenge for the last time, there was a character by this player introduced in front of me that got mouthy. I'm not going to take the opportunity and kill him when he's not here.
This is a different Gabriel. This is not my godson.
Oh.
The new character is a young college man that Ryan knows. I'm not even sure that he lives in this state.
Okay. Well, that was confusing.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh, so he met him at our church.
Yeah, he goes to CSP.
Oh, poor guy. Okay. Yes. Okay. I won't
Either way,
finish that
not
sentence
Sabbath.
because we're being recorded. But I'll leave my past with CSP in the past. Moving right along. I'm gonna give Daryl 50 XP for playing a character and quick thinking, useful or not.
Woohoo!
Okay, shortly, all hands are on deck because that got some attention.
Yeah.
You know, so it is now very crowded on deck. There is the captain is there, the unresisting, smoldering, apparently unconscious person, is there, being forcibly magic snuggled with his duffel, and the group as the leaders are circling around. Gently poke him with his staff. He begins to snore.
Do we have an anti-cloud of slumber?
The cook makes a
Oh.
mean cup of coffee.
Yeah,
I was
let's
gonna
get
say,
this-
or we could just do a little lightning. Just kidding,
No,
we're
that's
not gonna
what
murder this
got
guy.
him here in the first place. What do you like? A little bit of lightning. What do you?
I know.
What?
Let's electrocute him some more. What could go
Clear.
wrong? Yeah.
Does he need healing? That's gonna be the doctor's first idea.
I mean, I can technically heal him.
Medical skill of your choice: MD, holistic medicine, first aid.
I mean, I have magic. I have healing touch, don't I?
Yeah,
Well-
so do I. I realize we both got a lot going on there.
Exactly
all
how
right.
hard did you poke him with the staff?
I said gently. I specifically said gently.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought too.
No, I'm like
Medical doctor was a no, but first aid was good.
first aid. I'll try some first aid.
He's
Yep, I made it.
breathing. He doesn't appear to have any internal injuries. His temperature feels normal. He's just flat out unconscious.
Holistic medicine is
Human male, 16, and as you investigate, you find something disturbing. Written in various scripts and sizes across every visible exposed inch of his flesh, and from what you can tell at his neck and wrists, the writing continues, are the words "come back."
come back. Does my brain connect any dots on that one?
And these languages include what the party can read, which is Spanish, French, Ukrainian, Russian, English, and Japanese.
Interesting.
In addition
Literacy.
to Dwarvish, Wolven, Western, Eastern, and Draconic / Elf.
Ooh, that's what I was gonna ask, because I can't remember if that one was, if it had a real world equivalent for that one or not. But...
connotations in the various languages are threatening. Like this is not the apparently the elves have been snooty for so many thousands of years that they have 23 different words to order servants around, and so the "come here" given in Elvish is actually the word given to a runaway dog or a disobedient servant lower than class 4.
Excuse me.
I'm wondering if this is from the people like at the tower where we like appeared.
Oh.
That would explain the red crescent moon dog tags around his neck.
Mhm.
He was about
So
to-
he would have gotten teleported there originally, and then now he's teleported to us.
Investigation, intelligence, surveillance, streetwise, heraldry. Any of these skills can be rolled.
Military intelligence it is.
Harold.
No.
Great.
Sorry, what was that list again, real quick, Bruce? I was opening my character sheet.
Intelligence, streetwise, heraldry,
Surveillance.
surveillance.
Oops.
I am
Intelligence, no. Heraldry, no.
I am quite
You
literally.
toss a bucket of water on the sleeping runaway. You now have a slightly he's no longer smoking, and you have a wet, unconscious 16-year-old human male.
At least he's no longer smoldering. I wanted to at least get that out of the way.
Yeah, hope nothing in that duffel was vulnerable to water.
Intelligence.
Once they crop dusted us again.
Intelligence, yes. He is kitted out in moderately worn medieval studded leather armor.
Find a way now.
So you didn't get him, and you got your Red Moon Volunteer Army badges after the tower. So he's been and he looks like he's your age. He doesn't look like a 14-year-old. He doesn't look like a freshman. He's got pathetic traces of stubble, and you can see where muscles may eventually be. So
Everybody who got summoned was roughly the same age, correct?
yeah, you were all freshmen.
Okay. And even the other groups of people that we saw, they came in when they were the same age?
Yep.
Okay. So this guy
around the onset of adolescence. Yep.
So this guy's been here for a while and he actually survived. Wow. We just prayed and ran away.
That prayer, I can't believe that what percentage. And you guys have made that the defining moment of your entire campaign, because you've milked that to make you all millionaires. Then you've milked your millionaire status to make you all like magic gear demigods. One prayer. I had a nice, perfectly made campaign. One prayer. No. Oh, okay, I'm better. FO is coming. We're fine. Moving right along.
We're still gonna ride
eventually
some.
Want you to get out into the wider world at level 7. So this is fine, and this is fine.
We are gonna go back and save all those other recruits at some point, and
he does. From what you can tell, he doesn't seem to be poisoned or injured. He's just exhausted. Like you saw this some way back in this fortress city of Alterna, right? With all the disposable children that, in order to stay alive, the people have. I mean, several of you fell asleep on the back of a freaking dragon flying over a moonlit continent because you were just that tired after like 10 hours of racing away from goblins trying to perform a funeral and not get eaten by wolves. So you recognize this sleep. He ain't waking up anytime soon.
I do my psychic diagnosis on him.
Okay. 16-year-old male, mild hypertension, several scars and marks that are long since healed, like old, like youthful green breaks. There's some kind of violence in his past. And then there's the more recent dents and dings of surviving in the Red Moon Volunteer Army. Although those seem to be healing entirely differently, as if he had some healing ability of his own.
Oh, okay. So physical pain, he's fixing that.
He's fine. He's just really, really, really sorry. So electrolytes, elevated blood pressure, the things you would find in somebody who hasn't slept in 3 days.
Gotcha, but no disease or possession.
Yeah, no disease, no possession. Sleep deprivation, bags under his eyes.
Can we fix the possession part? I mean, he needs to be conscious for it, but
you wait. He's not possessed. No.
No. Can we fix that?
What do you mean?
You said he's not possessed.
Oh, he
Bring
needs
it,
to be
bring it.
conscious before you can shove the Holy Spirit up his prostate and make him Christian. Yes.
Good
No.
golly gee willikers.
That's not the visual I was looking for, but
What are you going to do? Perform an emergency baptism on him on the deck because he's taking a nap? I think that's
Oh,
pushing
man.
all of common usage. That's a real stretch.
As
I
the
think we
priest
have enough
on,
people to
as the monk on board, I'm going, no, not doing that.
But the second he gains consciousness,
But the second he gave consciousness,
I'll-
I baptize you in the name of.
Okay, that is an interesting argument to have in front of the crew. Several of the Christians are snickering, and everybody else is edging slightly further away, given that this is all
Those death cult guys are weird.
his soul is open. No, he must be he must be prepared for the blood lord. Oh yes, So, yes, once again, the crew is slightly nervous. Good thing that you give them good gear, good jobs, and pay them very well.
yay!
They've really never heard a conversation of he isn't possessed, and yet, as something from any of their paymasters before.
Oh man.
He's probably going to be unconscious for a day or two, and then he'll probably be right as rain, given his youth and health.
As I put in the text, just he's already wrapped up. Just stow him in a hammock, and we'll leave him alone.
Yeah, hand on head, out of game. Gabriel won't be joining us this weekend, but this is a perfectly adequate time to threaten you and introduce his character.
Yay!
Okay.
If he behaves himself, you might get some web armor. That's what I was thinking.
You guys have spare web armor?
I bought a spare. I bought myself 2 griffins and a half a dozen guard dogs. I figured we had to go.
You did buy spare web armor. Wow, that would be incredibly helpful. And that's incredibly foresightful. And what kind of psycho are you? And good job.
Psycho almost gave away some of his stuff to Creature, too, because I don't have any extras of some of those, though.
Oh
well.
Yeah. No, there will be no consequences to that decision.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
And as everybody's gathered, a slow, almost mellifluous voice comes over the water, and anybody who's been on the water at night knows how well sound travels. It's ridiculous. There's some kind of superpower involved there. But voice over water at night, coming from the bow, is, "It's a warning."
Can you be more specific?
Well, you don't recognize that voice.
Do we see anything?
Really glad I wore the brown pants today.
Yeah.
You see an elf who used to be handsome, probably at some point. But every inch of him is covered in crisscrossed scars. It looks for all the world like somebody tore him into 1-inch cubes and put him back together.
Oh.
There are what appears to be, he's wearing black studded leather armor that is on the border of bondage gear, covering like everything up to his throat, and around his head is what at first glance seems to be a crown of tiny stars, but with on second look, each of the glowing lights is a tiny weeping fairy of gold red light.
Oh. Anybody want to try to convert him?
Too late.
Oh no. Oh crap. I think I've heard about this character before.
Yeah.
If you've been around the Nerd Posse long enough, you've heard about this character before.
I've never encountered him in any of our gameplay until now, but
Lord love them.
He's got a 5 foot tall glaive polearm at his side. But he's not holding it in a threatening way. He's just kind of got it hooked in and he's sitting back against the bow rail, and apparently completely nonplussed and totally at his ease. And none of you saw him or heard him arrive. There is a black-handled sword at his waist.
That looks good. I want it.
No. Scar's
Don't.
very soul thrums with the idea that no. The answer to anything that you want to do is no. That's
when Cookman's the one telling you no, you know it's bad.
Well, out of character, you're not wrong. Does Smallville actually say that?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
say it. Put it in character. I want to hear that.
Oh gosh.
Ooh, that's a nice sword. I want it.
Scar goes no,
No.
in like a scared pee your pants sort of way. He might have actually peed his pants. Is there a horror factor here?
Of Mentor? Mentor doesn't have a horror factor. He's a tall, skinny elf who's apparently been mutilated and put back together with super glue.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do this. I'll do this in character to add a little flavor to it. I'm gonna use my ring to go and see aura.
Okay, now there's a horror factor. Your horror factor is 16.
Okay.
When Mentor comes along,
Let me pee my pants, y'all. Hey, you can't stop me. I got whoa. Yeah.
How would one going about stopping another person from peeing their pants?
a really strong grip.
Ow!
I get +5 against horror factor. You said a 16. I got a 14. So yes.
It's like, would that be like the Looney Tunes with Bugs Bunny putting his finger in the end of Elmer Fudd's gun?
No, I'm thinking industrial hose clamps.
Okay. So Scar rubs his finger and mutters a magic word under his breath and literally pees himself. Which you guys have never seen him do.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't do that facing the beast dragon. He didn't do that when your priestess turned into a dragon. He didn't do that in the Eaten by Wolves. He didn't do that in the Bandits.
He didn't do that when getting devoured by the gelatinous monster.
He didn't get devoured. That was Yuri. So
oh,
big deal.
Yeah.
He kept his shit together when Yuri was eaten by the floor. Yes. Yeah. Mentor just looks at Scar and gives a quiet little smile with one corner of his mouth. So let's see. See aura. Let me look up all the details here.
Jeez Louise.
It is
Should I cackle this hard?
general level of experience, low, medium, or high. That's
High.
1 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 and up. Presence of
8 and
magical. Presence of magic. No indications of level or type though. So that's a yes, I'm guessing.
Okay, no, I'm getting this. Okay, so general level experience, him high, 8th level up. The each and every dark elf around his head also high, 8th level or up. Presence of magic. And his sword level high, 8th level or up. The glaive has no aura, so the polearm is not magic. Presence of psychic abilities. Yes to the fairies, yes to the elf, yes to the sword. High or low base PPE. High to the fairies, high to the elf, high to the sword. Healthy or sick. Everybody's doing just dandy. As a matter of fact, it's almost like he's healthier than you've ever seen anybody be on the face of the planet. Which you'll have to make a lore magic check about that once your brain starts working and you have new pants on. The presence of a possessing entity, yes. Presence of an unusual aberration, which indicates serious illness, non-human mutant, supernatural being in disguise, not specify which. Hell yes. To both the sword and the elf.
For possessing entity and aberration.
Well, the possessing entity is pretty easy. That's kind of how all rune weapons appear.
Okay. What about him?
And him? Yep. Yeah. As a very familiar one too.
Is it familiar as in like all my party also has this, or some of my
Not
party
all of your
also has?
party. You have an atheist.
Some.
You're headed by an atheist by an atheist anti-paladin, and he and Eli are not on speaking terms yet.
Well, maybe he will have to die to come back to life and be reborn. I'm kidding.
No fair baptizing. No fair baptizing the paladin in his sleep either.
So my
I feel like there's a
character.
Three Stooges adventure in our future one day where we're all just trying to baptize the paladin.
Good luck. 14 to parry. That could just get ridiculous. Will you sit down? Quick, read the Gospel of John. All right. One of you holding on to every limb.
Someone tosses a cup of water at him while someone else tries to bless it in midair.
I feel like Martin Luther is rolling over in his grave at this point. Moving right along. Without faith, it is no true baptism. So you saw Aura, and this is like a little sub iteration of FAFO. Okay. You now have an irrational fear of him. Is it an irrational fear?
No, I think it'd be rational.
Yeah, it's rational. Okay, rational fear, totally rational. So no save versus insanity. He makes you slightly nervous, and the fact that the entire place of 30 Marines and a pile of magically equipped adventurers, and he looks like he's bored and late for tea, makes you worry about him. He put the elf puts his hand on the black sword, cocks his head as if he was listening to a voice that you can't hear, and says, "Mine Prancer is amenable to the agreement."
Oh.
But it cannot happen here. Should you sell the wood, come to the Dragon's Claw, and I will find you there. And I will give you the opportunity to gain what you seek.
Nope. Run!
Can I
Like,
before he
sell the
leaves?
ship?
Can I use
No,
See
the wood,
Aura
yeah.
on Smallville?
See Aura lasts 2 melees. All you have to do is turn your head.
Oh no! I'm gonna cast it on him. It's up to 100 feet. I have 3 casts of it per day.
It's got a duration on it, man. It's an ability to see auras.
He wants.
Yeah. I want to cast it on Smallville.
You want to let Smallville see aura.
Yeah.
Too late. I mean, you grant Smallville the ability to see aura, and Sir Sir Shiny Pants sees everything that I've just explained to you. Please don't make me say it all again.
The horror factor though, right?
Oh yes.
I don't want to be the only person to pee my pants. If I want to pee my pants, I'm gonna have a friend with me.
I nat 20'd.
You nat 20?
20'd?
That's so high school. That's ridiculous. I have to give you points for that too.
My God.
You're my best friend and I love you. Have some social humiliation.
When we come together to pee our pants, brother.
We pee together. Okay. Save versus horror factor. Target is 16.
Yeah.
He nat 20.
Yeah.
You nat 20'd?
Yes.
Yeah, big deal. You want that sword? Okay.
Oh gosh. Not
And then
swayed.
he does his speech, and then he's gone.
What are you talking about? He's just sitting there. So, what does everybody else do? You cast Sewer on small. You are not going to be happy until you're not until somebody else has wet bridges. Okay, fine.
No. I'm good.
You meant Daryl?
No. I wouldn't inflict on Daryl. I like Daryl.
Oh, you want to look at Smallville?
No.
Okay. All right. I was a little confused. All right, moving right along. So we're role playing. It's late at night. There is an unconscious person in a glowing magic net at your feet. The crew is kind of like edging, has cleared the path, and you can see down the deck to Mr. Uninvited Guest. And our previously daring Weebo is needs clean underwear. What does everyone do? Oh, and it sounds like the paladin just picked up a fate point to have a quest to gain gain a rune sword from a mysterious elf.
Mm.
That might be useful later on.
I
In
can't
conquering
believe
the
you
will.
actually picked that quest up. You poor bastard. I mean, okay.
Oh my god.
I should probably start drafting a new character soon.
I would, but no, because it's going to be at the end of that's you're going to have to get to Byzantium before you can even begin that portion of the quest. So,
Oh,
no time soon. It can probably wait for summer break. All right. So it's quiet. There's the lapping of water. One of the cabin boys picks his nose.
I just don't want to talk
Very
to this
interesting
dude.
night so far.
I use swim as a fish superior and clean up. Pardon me, please. Okay. Oh. One of the midshipmen walks over. You're still swabbing when you get back here. He shouts over the rail. Okay.
Why is he still here?
I don't know. Are you going to ask him?
Is there any other business that you wish to conduct while here?
I've come to send you all a message.
from who?
You're not ready for that, he says.
Like all of us, or just me specifically?
You are sworn to justice, are you not?
I am.
A darkness is growing in Neven, a hidden thing. If you do not find it, it will be too late by the time you return.
Ah.
So, do I get to kill people or no?
Oh my gosh.
The other corner of his mouth twitches up for just a moment.
That's a crazy side. Don't do it.
And he goes, "The future is ever uncertain."
Daryl quietly thinks to himself how he needs to start carrying a crucifix and a spray bottle of water.
But I wouldn't recommend that. Okay,
It's like spritzing. It's like spritzing a tiger.
Not mentor. Just he's our fearless leader apparently wants to kill everything, and so of course We need to
Oh,
make sure that they die in the first test.
just to
before they
squirt
have
him
it.
with water when whenever he gets starts misbehaving.
No, there's
bad
going to
leader.
be people needing last-minute emergency baptisms before they take their last breath.
Oh,
'Cause
the
including Smallville. Yeah.
the dark the he's not a dark elf. Honestly, he's not.
Sure.
So the elf in studded leather says, "I have a message for you. You are to go to the town of Neven and tell the barkeeper that her courage is unfounded, but the wizard's fears are equally misplaced."
Well, there's like probably like 50 taverns in there. How are we supposed to find this one barkeep?
How big is Neven as a town?
History.
Hmm.
What were we supposed to tell her again?
History.
History Palladium only, right?
History Palladium
Darkwing.
only.
I got an 8 on history.
Yeah, I got it.
I did not make it.
Huzzah.
Ugh.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. You may have another. So, the group gets a fate point. Huzzah!
Yeah. We.
Right.
Or not. You can all pay me a fate point, and
Nope.
you can
No.
ignore the crazy elf.
I don't ignore the crazy elf.
Nope. I'm not ignoring him.
Yeah, I need his sword, so
Do you though? Do you really?
yes. It looks cool.
The rule of cool.
Cookman, here's how I know we're maturing. I'm not encouraging him right now.
Right?
I think you're not encouraging him because you know it would do no good.
There's
You
no
must
good either
learn.
way in this situation. Mentors showed up.
A wise man learns from other people's mistakes.
I mean, 15 years ago, I'd have been like, this is entertaining. Let's go for it. He tells us to dance. I'll just do a little jig. Yeah. But I'm more cautious these days.
I personally
1 second.
don't like.
I have a little bit of research I need to do.
Okay.
Ooh, 4 fate points. I'm feeling like Malbrotten.
What did he cap out at? 26, 28?
That's a lot of fate points. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
it was more than Palpatine usually carries on himself. And I was like, wow, that's impressive.
I do believe that Greg is the reason and definition of fate point horror being a phrase.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was everything. It was like, I got a fate point for that, right? And be like, oh, that's life threatening. I believe that's 2 fate points. And be like, okay, you get 2 fate points. I'm really trying to kill you.
Who, oh, his White Court virgin managing to stay
Yep.
a White Court virgin. Let's break all the rules.
I have no notice that I have no warning that we will speak again. Sir Knight, should you survive, I shall see you at Meesfii on.
What?
Gesundheit.
Oh!
Meesfii on.
Does anybody know what that
Cool.
means?
Anybody speak Wolven?
No.
Nope.
Nope, you're clueless. The
Hang on,
GM is
yep,
perfectly sanguine about that. Suddenly he's
I do.
not there.
I speak.
Uh,
Wolf.
Oh.
Oh, make a Wolven check.
Woo.
Well.
Woo, then
That's a 50-50 shot right there.
where's my double die?
Yeah. Whew.
Just broke even.
Ooh.
55 out of 55.
It's a proper name of a coastal colony on the dragon's teeth. On the dragon's claw.
Oh. He was telling us something about the Dragon's Claw. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. What did he say? He was going to murder us all and there's nothing we could do about it? I think that's about right.
Wait, what?
He seemed like a nice guy.
I
think he said something about death by pantaloon urination.
Oh. Well, I have breath of life, so just bring me back, guys. It's okay.
Okay, so for clarity, you are here.
Mm-hmm.
Nesfion, about here.
There's the dragon's claw.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And that's where the quest.
Wait.
That's where the quest for Sir Matthew to get his shiny black sword
is right here.
Yep.
I'm gonna tip it down. Okay. Nice.
Eventually.
So it's an inland sea on the tip of the northernmost peninsula.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
I mean, that wasn't the plan to go there.
We got a library
in the general
to go
direction.
To.
But we were going up here. We were going to go to the library of Blethred, and then we were going to go and make a very wide berth around the Great Northern Wilderness to Byzantium.
And now you've got a reason to go into the Great Northern Wilderness. What could go wrong?
Everything.
Yeah.
Isn't it glorious?
Pretty sure that they have a way of protecting the inland sea right where that inlet is.
They have giant-sized Viking boats.
Yeah.
So if we bring an army and a bunch of ships, we'll be fine.
I mean, if we were going to grab them, it probably would have been at Lopan.
Wait, how big are these? How big are these Viking ships? And how many could we?
The average Wolven is around 9 to 10 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they build proportionate Viking ships.
Sweet. So we basically have seafaring Lugerhulks.
That dress
No, you stop. You stop. You stop. Say, that village looks quest-worthy.
The one of Neven?
Neven.
Yeah, no.
Which now honor compels Sir Matthew to investigate.
Is it honor or is it avarice?
It is. You took my fate point, people. That's what it is. Was I unclear?
No. I'm just wondering what his character motivations are.
Hey, you guys have. You're not going to get to Neven for another till like noon, so you got plenty of time to talk. You could talk over breakfast because goodness gracious, the crew wants to go to bed.
Yeah.
So does Daryl at this point. He thinks that Sir Paladin Pants should take Overwatch since he was so keen.
Sir Matthew?
Yes.
Sir Matthew already stood guard. He probably stood first watch to lead the way.
I can stand guard again. I can daydream about my beautiful sword in my future.
Oh my
you
gosh.
have the characters who know what that sword is. Dude, Hookman said no, like as a spinal reflex. You just don't care. It's glorious.
I know.
Don't worry, that sword will now be part of the campaign sooner or later.
Things that make you go, "Ugh."
Things that talk to you in your head and make you go,
Anything that makes the GM cackle for more than 5 minutes straight should not be allowed. Moving right along.
To Neven we shall go.
Welcome to the town of Neven.
Off to Podunkville.
It is a big map, so probably I'd zoom out to like 20%.
That's a lot
Yay.
of boxes.
Yes. Those are buildings.
It's not painted, but it's definitely to
For
scale.
sure. Wander's Home Inn and General
you
Store. Haha. Which is in the manual.
The GM kindly asks players to keep their grimy mitts off of the source book for this town.
Okay.
If I already read it, am I supposed to scrub my memory too then?
No, that's fine. When did you read it? Like,
About
what year?
5 minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
son of a...
2025. Yes.
Well, your metagaming is up to you. So, moving right along. There are stone docks and floating docks.
Rock on.
So this is a major. It's like it's not one of the Great Lakes, but it's easily one of the. It's like Lake Champlain, kind of big, small freshwater. You can't swim across it without magical help,
Gotcha.
It's a good like 8 by 10 miles, so what, an order of magnitude bigger than Lake Bemidji. It's Leech Lake size. There, how's that? Can you tell we're from Minnesota? That actually makes sense, and that's I've lived here too long. Okay, yeah. Help me! I've become a Minnesotan. All right.
Poor man.
Hot district.
The mountains.
Oh, I know.
Okay. So, are you going to send the fleet on as you continue your quest and try to catch up? Are you going to keep the fleet together? You have management decisions to make.
I think my vote would be to keep the fleet together due to the fact that we ourselves are kind of like the acting military in regards to protecting the vessels.
And also we're the ones that are in charge of the goods as well. Like it's our goods.
Well,
except for the flounder.
Is that the town routinely has an extra 250 more transients than it currently has, which means you've just filled up the quota.
Oh.
But there are many inns, and it's a typical small like small to medium town of 800. It's got a small fort. That's number 2. It's got a merchant guild house, and this is actually where the merchants, where the coalition of merchants, which is kind of the unofficial glue that holds all the separate city-states together. It's because the Eastern Territories is a lot more like the EU than it is like an empire. And this is actually where they train, one of the places where they train their collectors. So if something in the dominion of man gets stolen, you hire a collector, and he hunts it down for you, and kills whoever he has to in the process to get your goods back.
Nice.
Thieves guilds far prefer the Western Empire, because these guys all have psychic powers or bonus skills, so they have a level of hey no fair in the bounty hunter department.
Whatever you do, don't hire one to go get that sword. Just don't do that.
You can't afford it because their fee is like 5% of the cost of goods recovered.
Oh my gosh!
And so greater rune weapons are kind of prohibitive. Even you guys can't afford it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Because greater rune weapons are kind of the things that you sell kingdoms to get.
Yeah.
I'm sure if we handed over all of our diamonds and excess gold, we would potentially be able to come up with the 20%.
Nope.
Oh no!
We would need
you
the
can't demonstrate prior ownership, and they don't, and they have a kind of hands-on approach to thieves. Yeah,
Interesting.
these guys are if these guys are if the G7 had Jedi.
they're Jedi Pinkertons.
Yeah, they're Jedi Pinkertons.
Okay.
It's an excellent way of summing it up. Otherwise, I will read kind of the descriptions of Neven as you guys get settled in. I did copy and paste. The inn is there's the number 6, where at least the adventurers are likely to stay. Is a 3-star inn, which is not lap of luxury, but it is way comfortable.
Nice.
And I put that description in Discord really quick. So it's 25 to 60 gold per night, semi-private and private rooms, stabling and feed, laundry, bath, hot water, breakfast.
They have a continental breakfast. That's awesome.
No, they have yeah, well they do have continental breakfast every. So yeah, I mean you're paying, but you're getting. It's not a ripoff.
Okay, cool.
And they do enough. This town does enough that they'll call it 45 gold. We'll split the difference, and it's 45 gold a night.
Okay.
$45 gold. Nice. Let me take that off the top of what I have here.
Yeah.
I keep getting distracted from the description of Neven. Okay. Neven rests on the southern shore of the reservoir that serves as the midpoint for the Grand Canal. Here, traders stop over to rest their crew, make repairs to their vessels, and to gather news for the next leg of their journey. It's also a prime spot for adventurers to set up a base of operations from which to make forays into the enchanted woods of the western disputed lands. The town has no outer wall as such, just an 8-foot-tall earthen mound that would do little to stop a determined foe. And the residents of Neven depend on the lake, the canal, and 2 lines of Lornian mercenaries, 50 men, hired by the Merchants Guild for its defense. The fort is currently under construction overlooking the lake and the new stone dock. Neven is much like any other town of its size, except perhaps for the overabundance of inns for the visiting boat crews. Great swaths of timber have been cleared south of town for lumber to provide much needed farmland, but still Neven is not agriculturally self-sufficient, and the Merchants Guild is forced to import roughly 1/3 of its food supply. Land is abundant, the guilds, being across, yada, yada, yada. Within 2 years, Master Cheney, the mayor, expects the population to double and the town to become self-sufficient. Being a crossroads, it's got a vast selection of stores, gear, and equipment. Camping gear, weapons, armor, and even some magical items can be purchased at a fair price in town. All manner of exotic goods pass through the town's docks, from eastern glassware and spices to Northholm weapons and wine, burgundy, and textiles. In addition, as to its importance as a way station for the canal trade, the Merchants Guild is a training center for their collectors. I've told you about that. It's 2 miles out of town. No one's allowed inside except for high-ranking guild officials. Once a month, 20 or so students are allowed to visit Neven to relax and let off a little steam. The law in Neven is enforced vigorously by Master Cheney through the Lornian mercenaries. The most common crime is assault, when the visiting river crews get drunk and start brawls. Mercenaries are quick to break up fights, none too gently, and throw the culprits in jail to cool off, and typically the sailors' captains are required to make restitution for damage and to pay 150 gold fine per man in order to retrieve their crewmen. There's no limit to how many times an individual can be arrested and fined for brawling, and some sailors will get tossed in jail 2 or more times a night. If the ship's captain deserts his men and leaves them sitting in jail, the brawlers will be given the opportunity to work off their debt to society, which usually takes about 3 to 8 months. Theft is almost non-existent due to the unusually large number of guild collectors and incorruptible Lornian mercenaries in town. So the guild house is obvious. That's number 1. It's the biggest and fanciest building, and it's the only one that's like first couple levels are made of stone and brick. Also, you guys owe So 20 times 13, 260 gold for docking for your fleet.
Okay. So it's 65 each.
Does the group own the fleet? I know you own the Flounder.
I do own the Flounder, so I'll pay for that.
I'll just pay 200 gold, and then you guys can, because I don't have. Yeah, I'll just pay 200 gold. I'm a kind
All
of
right.
a generous person, so
I'll
I'll
pay
just
the
pay
40.
65.
Okay, you are being chivalrous and magnanimous as a nobleman should.
Yes.
You sounded so pained by that.
Not that we don't have a ton of gold, anyways.
When
Yeah.
virtuous.
You do have a ton of gold, anyways. True.
Yeah. I just need to make more.
It is finite.
So we find another dragon to milk.
Ack. That's not remotely creepy.
You know, we did pass a dragon.
We did.
We could have
Beast
fought
dragon.
it.
It's not a real dragon.
Oh, okay. So its blood is not worth anything.
Building number 7 is the mayor's house.
The Cheney estate.
Mhm.
What a dick.
I did not name it. I didn't name it. I didn't name it. It was already named this before that person became Veep.
It's true.
Okay, so you are going to you're going to the Wanderer's home and getting roomed.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I have someone to introduce you all to.
The barmaid.
Oh.
Wow, I'm not gonna lie. Grok is pretty amazing at making images like this.
Yes.
There was some you didn't see the fails.
Well,
but it's still
you
better
know,
than having to put up with my alleged artwork.
you're right. I didn't see the
So
fails, but the successes are still pretty impressive.
yeah, like it has brought gaming a step forward. So Losana and Janison is the owner and barkeep of the Wanderer's Home. She's middle-aged. She's got bowman bracers over her, that she wears in addition to her innkeeper's gear. She's not she's not wearing any visible armor. The next to the wine bottles and everything behind her are actually piles of elite used adventuring gear, armor and weapons and trophies.
Huh.
So you guys walk in. The gets kind of quiet. People like look up to see who's come in. And Miss Losana is like, "Greetings, travelers. What can I do for you?" As she speaks only barely accented Eastern, which most of you actually don't speak. Actually, Eastern is roughly equivalent to English, so with some vocabulary, you guys are fine.
All right.
It's kind of like, if Australians spoke English.
If Australians. Oh.
Well,
Well,
Scar doesn't waste any time. He
Oh no.
You're just gonna stand there in your fresh, dry change of clothes and immediately tell her that her courage is unfounded.
hey,
Also, can I
bravado
have a
knows
room?
bravado.
I mean,
I thought he already.
you
Let
have to
me-
roleplay this. There's no way you don't have to roleplay this. So
I mean, when they say, does she actually have a response to it, or do I just am I
pause.
talking to a wall?
We're okay. We're role playing until somebody says like OOC for out of character. I'm assuming we are now the adventure of the radio drama. You've walked in. She says what she can do. What can she do for you? Everybody is now in character. Go.
The bartender's courage is unfounded, but the wizard's fears are also misplaced. In the same exact inflection that that creepy dude gave us.
Oh my gosh, why?
What was his name?
Blinks at you and looks at Sir Matthew, who's clearly a nobleman, and goes, "Is your friend all right? I can find a good healer."
He's been possessed. I don't know why he allowed it to happen, but he has. He's touched in the head. I'm sorry.
Every word of that is literally true. All right. Okay.
You'd do better too if you were possessed.
Nah.
Don't want trouble. Maybe you should find a different inn.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that.
Well, we need rooms, and this is the best inn. So I'm staying here.
No, I'm afraid you've mistaken me. If you're wandering around with a possessed person, you're not doing it in the Wanderer's home.
He's not like possessed. He's like the other kind of possessed, you know?
I'm afraid I don't, she says.
He can explain it better.
Well, this has gone poorly.
Oh yeah, the warrior one could probably explain better.
No, my speaking skills are garbage.
Mine are bad
even-
too.
I don't even
Hey.
have public speaking as a
In character.
He's on
This
the-
episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway is
he's
brought
on
to you
the
by Mike.
he's on the he's on the road to rehabilitation, and a good night's sleep would go a very long way in helping us in that quest.
I wish you well of it. There are many fine inns in this town. She offers you a polite smile. Meanwhile, before you leave, if you'd like to purchase any goods, feel free to let me know.
I would like some ale, please.
I think there's a chance that some or all of you have already had quite enough.
It's like 6. I don't know what time it is in the morning, but
1:30
it
in
would
the
be.
afternoon.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, I can tell you I'm not possessed, so I can stay here.
She's not gonna let you.
So,
Not gonna let you.
yeah.
Bad company corrupts good morals. Have a good day, sir. Please enjoy, please feel free to think of us for all of your ship's supplying needs. She says in a tone that makes it clear that she really doesn't expect or want you to. Thank you, Cookman, you diplomat among diplomats.
Jeez Louise. I wanted a nice sleep tonight, but no, Cookman had to go like, I'm gonna just open my big old mouth and say stupid stuff.
I'm curious. If you're the bartender, who's the wizard?
Well, there could be.
You're the bartender, who's the wizard? Maybe he'll have better answers for us.
She looks around. Is this some sort of sick joke?
No.
Is there not something going on here?
You leave Varese out of this. Why don't you boys be about your way?
Hey,
Who's that? What's that name?
Who'd you just mention?
She said, leave Varese out of this.
Well, Varese, I think Varese needs to let us know what's going on if you're not going to. So either you can tell us or he can tell us.
I think I've been trying to be polite, but sir, whoever you are, why don't you take your lackeys and find a different place to harass the staff?
Hey, some creepy elf with a really cool black sword told us to give you this message, so you know.
Okay, Roseboro, that was some decent. That was actually some decent playing in character. Can I have some blah 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 blah? Yeah.
What the heck is a phone book? I don't know.
A far speaking codex? She looks at you like, I've never heard of such a thing. I'm afraid we don't have any. Please, be on your way. Have a good day.
We can ask for Varese elsewhere. He's not going to give us any information.
Yeah,
You
let's
guys
go out.
kind of specialize on getting off on the wrong foot, stuff so far up your mouth that you're going to have toe jam in your ears.
I mean, what am I supposed to do with the mental affinity of 8? So
Oh, no,
let's.
that was mental affinity of 8. You are playing in character. That is a good point. Dodge, ram it. Quit getting speed from me.
All right, I find the closest person on the street and I ask, "Where's Varese live?"
Somebody shut him
And,
up, please.
and if they point back to that inn, I'm gonna shake my fist at them. It's not assault. It's just give me an answer. Who's the closest person? Come on.
Bruce,
Aren't
are
you
we? I
unbelievable,
don't think.
Cookman?
I
I
I
love
don't
you as
think
my
we're.
brother in Christ, but holy crap.
He wants to
Nobody
speed
else
run
is
this.
doing anything.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Have you given them a chance?
we
I
merely
think
walked into the inn.
You walked in the door and nuked the plot. Let's see. Do we have to roll initiative? Beware, everybody see if Cookman speaks first. I mean,
Hey,
You
it
know,
means I can kill something.
Cookman needs to take a vow of silence, and I don't know if the vow is going to be, voluntary.
I need my words for my precious
yeah,
rings.
nope. His ability to speak is plot relevant. Neener. Surveillance, streetwise. Harold, you guys are going to try and locate this. Track humanoids. It's actually
I mean,
what the skill is for.
yeah, I can track humanoids. Yeah, I'll give that a shot. See what I can do.
Excuse me.
I haven't really made many.
That's not just
rolls for-
feet. That's also like where people go, that kind of thing.
I can do that.
Yep.
Oh,
can.
yeah.
Just didn't
I
try.
actually I did it. I track humanoids.
Ooh, I failed
Success.
miserably.
Okay. The Varese estates are on the on the left corner of the map. Building number 8.
Oh, it literally says it right there on the map itself.
It does now.
Oh, it does now. Okay.
Oh, Varese.
Let's Cookman, just don't speak to the man.
Can I dump some coal around him? Start a
You wanna
fire? See where it goes?
Can I magic net your mouth?
We come bearing gifts of coal. We are.
I'm a medical doctor. Trust me, I got this.
Jeez.
I know
says
just what to do.
He says as a
Actually,
16-year-old.
can I get heraldry?
Yeah,
Oh.
yes.
Oh,
All right.
a paladin.
I got it by 1%.
Oh.
Actually, Psi healers are honored, loved, and revered across the lands. They're kind of the untouchable class.
Huh.
Because they're kind of sworn to neutrality. They have something resembling the Hippocratic Oath, and so they're the one kind of people who can like walk in and out of monster tribes, that kind of thing.
Huh.
And as long as he's not allowed to talk, Ghost actually qualifies.
Interesting.
Hmm.
He qualifies as a Psi healer?
You have every psi power they have except for empathy and exorcism.
You're talking about Ghost the wizard, or are you talking about Scar the warlock?
I mean, sorry, Scar the warlock. Scar the
Okay.
warlock.
Oh,
Scar the warlock is a psi healer. He's just not. That's just not his character class.
oh, okay.
Because he's got medical doctor, he's got biology, he's got biology, he's got medical doctor, and he has all the actual healing psychic powers. He just doesn't have empathy or exorcism, which are the other two powers that psi healers have.
He also does have foot and mouth disease, so.
Yeah, so like this is my mute psi healer. No, I'm kidding.
He took a vow of silence.
I should not give you guys solutions, so that will not now work. Ha. And if you want him to be more socially acceptable, that is a perfectly valuable guise that he can stand up under scrutiny, given that he has all the requisite skills. There was a director I had who was frustrated once because he was doing a stage production. They had a 65-year-old man playing a character named 65-year-old man, and every rehearsal the guy tried to do something bad, something weird, and the director finally said, "Look, you are a 65-year-old man. Just say the words, and it's perfectly in character." And that's actually true for Scar and a public disguise among the upper castes as a lower caste psi healer. If you pass him off as a peasant, nobody noble is going to want to talk to him, and then he won't be invited to or required to speak, and he will be a social door opener.
So which of our beloved group would be the one to tell him to keep his hands to himself and shut up?
Oh no hands to yourself, but yeah, I can't wait to hear that. I can't wait to hear this. I'm just saying that Smallville now knows that he has another potential entrance into social situations because of your skill set.
Gotcha.
I'm Sir Matthew. I come bearing healer.
My healing abilities don't matter for much in that respect, I assume.
You're not quite as adept as he is. He set out to build himself the party healer, actually, when he was doing his character construction.
Got it. Okay, verifying. Yep.
But feel free to check the characters and compare. You may be able to pull that off, but the OCC power requirements are in the source book.
Nice.
So you guys are standing you're standing around. You've asked around enough. That's the track humanoids that you have found. The
Varese Estate.
Yeah, you found the Varese Estate. Well, it's now about 3 p.m.
Should we just walk up to the door and knock or something?
Nope.
And I just double-checked Badger's character sheet, and you have absolutely no ability to heal anyone. In terms of mystic power. You have bioregeneration, which only heals you. See the invisible and telekinetic leap.
For some reason,
You're a solo character.
Yeah.
You can solo some stuff. Yeah, you could totally whip some butt. But But if someone else is dying around you, that might not be the best.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought I could actually heal. I was
It's all right.
mistaken.
You were used to have a warrior monk turned dark priest, and he could heal.
Right.
That's right. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. I like to whack things with sticks, apparently.
I hit
Good class.
I love the fact that your warrior monk from the allegedly primitive and unintelligent race was like a lawyer, philosopher, bard, and your human warrior monk is like, I have stick. All right.
I cast my last use of Sea Aura on myself before we get to the Wizard's Estate because it's a wizard.
Okay. So the Varese estate is actually like a couple acres. So big lawn. It has sharp wooden staked fencing with iron reinforced. Actually, no, because he was at a fortune. Yeah, it's got a stone wall around it in this largely wood new town, and the stone wall is mounted with iron fencing and complete with barbs. And you would need ladders and like blankets or something to get over there, and even then you wouldn't want to slip climbing over. You'd sing soprano for the rest of your life. The windows on the estate are also covered with iron barring, and looks like the door to the estate is reinforced because you can see the 30 meters down the lane to where the manor house itself is. There's a pair of mercenaries standing guard by the front door.
Okay.
Not the front gate, but the front door.
With the Sea Aura,
And
am I able to?
I can take detect ambush.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
What fun.
Huh. Don't have it.
No, this would probably be our ranger.
Ooh,
Got it.
Roseboro has it.
Got an 8.
Yeah. And our ranger.
All right, our monk and our ranger. Huh? There's a clock tower in the center of the estate building, and there's a crossbowman hidden in the shadows with a line of sight to basically the entire perimeter fence.
Go, monk and ranger.
So just flying over might be a bad plan. And the front gates are iron and closed and locked, but you can see through them, so.
Knock on the gate with the big stick.
The bow or the spear?
I don't know. Whoever has a big stick.
I have a big stick.
Have stick. Okay, warrior monk knocks on the gate. Clang, clang. The mercenaries look at one another. One of them approaches while the other one takes up a flanking position and readies his polearm, so that if one of you messes with the guy coming to go from the gate, you will be vulnerable to attack from the side, insta-flanked.
That's no
As
fun.
in, they're not bleeping around.
Apparently
We
not.
co-
And
we
the
come in.
mercenary goes, "What do you want?"
We come in peace, bearing a message from a guy who looks like he had once been in pieces.
What, are you drunk?
I wish.
I want to point out this is a better beginning than your last attempt. So,
Yes.
Master sorry. Brain no worky. Bad brain. Master Chintaro is not taking visitors. Go away.
Well, we need to see him. It's kind of important.
We were told that if we don't deal with this now, that it would be too late upon our return.
The guards exchange a look and then look back at you. What do you mean by that?
We don't entirely know is one of the issues.
But you'll probably die horrible deaths of agonizing pain, screaming
Not on
until
our,
you
not
die.
from us, not from us.
not-
Just
not
to be
from
clear,
us.
not from us.
But from if we can't stop it, you'll probably suffer a lot. So
Christ.
Oh my god.
Such a way with.
They look at you, and surprisingly, that seems to work. And the lead guard says, "Wait here,"
Will do.
and turns and jogs into the manor house. And
That worked.
jogs back out 5 minutes later. One of you can come in, leave your weapons. We will search you.
we should go in.
I'm the noble guy.
Wait, who has
Noble.
who has the best speaking skills and is not going to try to tell people that they're going to die horribly?
Hey, or-
You're eliminating half the party.
And the other half is eliminated by the putting. Yeah, no, it's. Yeah, I mean, Kristoff for sure. Smallville.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
I feel like Smallville already was ruled out by that, and not tell everybody they're going to die horribly portion of that question, but it's not my game.
I don't know if I'm
I'm,
actually qualified, but I'm willing to go.
Yes, I vouch for that.
I don't care. Just someone goes. They
Okay.
must.
Oh, Daryl.
Go Daryl. It
Nose
takes
goes.
Daryl a good 4 or 5 minutes to take off all of his magic gear and weapons.
Go, Human Ranger.
While he's
And-
taking that off, I whisper in his ear, "The bartender's courage is unfounded, but the wizard's fears are also misplaced."
Thank you for the reminder.
Don't worry, my memory is good, so I just want to make sure you remember.
Oh my gosh. The sad thing is, well, it's not sad, but this is actually the kind of adventure that racks in ridiculous amounts of experience as opposed to just bashing heads together, and that entertains me endlessly about this gaming system.
Well, we want to forge a good future for these people, so
Yes.
gotta do something. 8 point
We are honor bound to protect you from whatever may be lurking or maybe happening.
Yeah, I need people to be alive if I want to rule the world.
How altruistic.
Inner
of
monologue.
you.
I'm gonna say inner
The-
monologue.
Inner
on that.
monologue.
The hand on head. The Edrian Empire. What? This is a different campaign.
Yes, it's a different. Well, I didn't rule the world then.
Same
Stop.
gamer.
Yeah, but they stop trying to break the fourth wall. Transcend dimensions.
I will
Wow.
meet up with Edric once again.
Just wild machinations of world dominance.
Varese Tentaro greets you in a library/study. He is a wizard in his late 30s. He appears to be human. His home has been turned into a fortress. You see a third bodyguard inside, on top of the 3 active mercenaries you already saw, with paired swords. But the wizard himself, it looks like a nervous wreck. His voice is small, is timid. His hands shake constantly. He has really striking gray eyes, but they're darting to or fro to all the lanterns are in the house are always kept lit. He looks like he expects the boogeyman to leap out and eat him if boogeymen weren't relative wusses and easy to kill. But something actually scary.
Well, I guess I will introduce myself as politely as I'm capable. I don't even have a last name.
No, your character doesn't remember her last name.
Okay, I'm Daryl, ranger from the expedition with the lead ship. The hell was the name of
From
our
the
ship?
Flounder.
From our lead ship, the Flounder. While we were journeying near Neven, we had to let you know why I'm here. We had a mysterious elf appear on our boat. In fact, it was kind of just a weird night overall for that kind of stuff. And he I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's got like glowing things around his head and was wearing studded leather armor, but he had a message that we were supposed to deliver to your bartender friend in town. Unfortunately, one of my party members completely fouled that one up for us. So, since you were also mentioned in the message, we thought our next best option would be to come to you.
For a moment, he almost looks to relax and suddenly looks like 10 years younger. As he smirks, Losana has never been one to put up with hijinks.
I promise you, sir, it's
And
no
then he
intent.
looks really, really sad and says, "No, Rialan was always the Joker. But there's so few of us left. I'm sorry, what were you saying?"
Um, well, the message we were given, maybe you can help us make sense of it, because the messenger told us if we didn't do something about this now, that by the next time we made it to Neven, things would be bad. Sounds like, possibly horrible. He didn't really go into details. But the message he gave us is that the bartender's courage is unfounded, but the wizard's fears are also misplaced. Near as we can tell, you're potentially the wizard being spoke of. We were hoping maybe you could help us clarify this situation and help us figure out what actions need to be taken.
Oh dear, oh dear. I've been looking in the wrong place. But that means I don't know where to look. You you have to help me. You're an adventurer, right? You have friends. You can help me. I'm willing to pay. I can pay anything. Well, no,
I,
not any. I can pay a substantial amount. You have to help me. We're running out of
uh,
time, you see.
Sir Wizard, I am more than willing to uh, work with my party and see what we can do to help you, but I can't really make all of those negotiations on their behalf. Would it
Oh,
be
yes,
possible if
no,
we
right. Quite right,
disarmed?
quite right. Wait there, wait there. Yes, yes. He picks up what looks to be like a marble rock and a marble sphere and says some words over it, and suddenly it appears and says, "Take this outside and say the magic word in front of your friends, and we can negotiate. Yes, yes, we can communicate. It won't be dangerous. They won't be able to see me. Yes, that will work."
Or my friends could come in here where you feel
No, no,
relatively
quite
safe.
impossible. Quite impossible. This building is warded, you see. It's yes, it's warded. There's no sense trying to get in. You make sure everyone knows. Everyone knows. No, I'm safe. I'm safe here. As long as I stay here, I'm safe.
Okay, well, I guess I will take the stone. What's the magic word?
The
You said I
magic word
need to
is
say the
aqua,
magic.
he says, and like a dozen things immediately go wrong in his lab because it's the kind of like the generic magic word. And so one of the vials turns pink and starts frothing over. 5 books leap off of the shelves and open to random books, and a skull on the opposite wall starts singing in it, singing in fairy, something about the proclivities of goats. And he says, "Go, go, go! Oh, I have to clean up." And you're ushered out of the room.
That's why password rotation is recommended. Wait, what are
Yes,
passwords?
you get 25 XP for computer use. The only time that skill is ever going to be useful in this world. Um,
Yeah,
okay, you
Wait,
take
Yep.
the stone outside.
So I go back to the party. I give them a summary of what just happened, and I guess we can go from there if they want to
Say the
activate
magic
the
word, I
stone.
guess. Let's talk to him.
Akba.
Okay. The stone turns into apparent crystal, and inside the crystal is a perfect hologram of Sir Twitches a lot, the wizard, sitting in a high back chair, looking impressive and intimidating if he weren't shaking and trembling and sweating. His standard negotiation techniques being slightly undermined by his state of mind. That is the generic word. So that is one of the generic magic words. So additionally, Scar turns invisible.
Wow. Can I put up my cloak and prowl into the manor?
No.
Yes, you may. How
I
are you
have-
going to get over the fence?
First of all, I have see aura on this whole time, so if there's anything magically dangerous, I would hope I'd be able to see it.
That doesn't detect wards. That's a different spell.
Ooh, interesting.
It doesn't. Yeah, detect magic is a different spell. See aura doesn't. Things don't show up on see aura unless they've got a PPE value of 100 or more.
That's wild.
No sooner he goes invisible, he just wants to go full Assassin's Creed. Oh gosh.
Why
That was
is
not
an
where I was
eagle?
going with this. I feel like I owe myself 50 points for a clever but futile idea. And I have set our chaos agent off once again.
There's no aspect on his character I could try and compel to keep him to stay put.
No, I know. It's kind of glorious.
Kind of the opposite, actually.
Oh,
Him being
gosh.
an active teenage idealist for his trouble.
Yeah, he turns invisible involuntarily. Yeah, true. Knicker.
Since
Flies
I
the
said
eagle. Jeez. Okay. You put your cloak up and cast Fly as the eagle. Everybody else's turn. Oh my lord.
Oh.
Since I'm the one who said the word, am I able to deactivate his cloak?
No.
Oh, my cloak is actually not the part that would do it. It'd be the ring.
It's actually his knife.
Oh, the knife.
I
Well, we
cast
probably
that
don't.
at where he was standing.
Yes. The Cookman dodge of 16 plus.
Dodge is 16 plus. Wait, do I get a bonus for being invisible?
No.
Because I'm not relying on my sight, I'm relying on my memory.
No, he's just casting it, and it's big enough to catch 1d4 people. So.
Oh, gotcha. I have to do 16 plus. I do get a +2 to dodge on top of my hand to hand, which is 6. That's 8. Let's roll that. I roll 9 plus 8 is 17.
Okay. You cast magic net on a terribly surprised shrubbery, which was a potted, small potted topiary tree, which falls over and gives you the dagger-like looks. And the guards freak out as they ready weapons. and start shouting at you to freeze.
I stop moving, but I yell at Scar. Stop being invisible now. Don't do what I know you're thinking of doing.
You're not the boss of. Okay, what does everybody else do? Goodness gracious sakes alive.
Oh my gosh.
Matthew just shakes his head and knows that he can't really stop Scar, so he just does nothing.
He never gives an order he knows won't be obeyed. Principles of leadership. Okay, good job. Oh, brother.
Let me get this right. Scar did not get caught in the net.
Scar did not get caught in the net. There is a highly offended shrubbery, but Scar did not get caught in the net.
Oh gosh.
Scar changes his mind. He doesn't go over the thing. Whenever I get my next turn. Huzzah.
Meanwhile, the wizard in the glass says, "Is everything okay? What happened? Are you under attack?"
No, one of my party members is a touch
Exuberant.
excited. And if we just needed to calm him down. But we're ready to start negotiations. Sorry for alarming your guards.
He looks sad. Will Alphalus was always going off in one direction or another. Alas.
Sounds like you maybe have some history adventuring yourself.
My party of adventurers took some 5 years ago. My party of adventurers forayed into the into the great western forests of the disputed lands. We came upon a ruined temple, and in the depths beneath it, we earned our fortune and fame, and we retired to this peaceful town. But in the last 9 months, of the 7 of us, 5 have died. And Losana and I are all who remain. I now know that the treasure is cursed, but too much of it is spent. I cannot return it to relieve the curse, and no priest has been able to lift it off of me.
Oh, were they like murdered or like died of some other cause?
Haha, no. See, the mayor will tell you. The mayor will tell you that they investigated and the collectors found them all to be accidents. But accidents? My friends? My friends were brave. My friends were noble. My friends were capable. And if they can get to them, they can get to me. Oh, no. The curse. The curse. You must break the curse. You must find a way to break the curse. I will pay you. I will pay you 1,000 gold each.
Well, that sounds like what was cursed specifically?
We each had our packs full of gems and gold coins from the old kingdom. It was a dwarven stronghold and a dwarven temple that we raided. Although the bones within it were Donzi.
How do you know they were cursed?
Well, obviously my friends are dying. And for all I know, I might be next.
So you had somebody check the remaining gold out for curses?
No, the ancient dwarves were far too clever. Everyone who has investigated has detected no spell, but I know that they're cursed.
Well, I mean, the creepy elf guy with the cool sword said your fears are misplaced, so it's probably not cursed. So.
Okay, mental affinity and public speaking. This is going to be a hard sell.
Mental affinity.
And you're gonna have to make them both to convince Sir Paranoid a lot that it's
All
not
right.
the treasure that is his
I
problem.
got 20% for mental affinity out of 50%. Public speaking. Come on. Wow, I got 98% on public speaking.
An
Yeah.
auto fail. Yep, it's cursed, and so if you won't put how can you free me from a curse you don't even believe in? Oh no, I'm afraid you won't be able to help me after all. And the stone crumbles to dust in your hands.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I
Well,
think we still got information we needed. He gave us names of his adventuring party. We know that all but him and the barkeep have died. So even if it's not a curse, hence the misplaced fears, doesn't mean there isn't something going on. It's just not a curse.
maybe someone's trying to kill us. They might know something, and someone's trying to kill them.
I mean, it could technically still be a curse, just not what he thinks it is.
That's true.
Somebody don't like him.
Should we try and talk to the barmaid again?
Jeez, I have no idea.
Well, it is now dinner time, and your characters have yet to find an inn.
Yeah.
Try going back to the other end and just claim the one guy was drunk when he said all that.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Mental affinity and public speaking for the groveling apology.
Yeah.
From who?
All right.
I don't have either of those.
This is kind of a Sir Matthew thing.
Yep.
All right. I will
Brave Sir
walk
Matthew.
walk up and try to apologize, formally.
Okay.
I got
And you definitely
13%.
got the training for it. 13% for mental affinity. That's cool.
Can I suggest he also maybe has a good chunk of diamonds to the deal?
You're offering
Those-
to overpay.
Oh.
As
That
an
goes a long way.
apology, overpay for the first night by an excessive amount, yes.
Yeah, I got an 8% for public speaking.
Nice.
Dang.
Okay, you talk your way back into Lasana's good graces, and she will let you in, but she's going to charge you all 60 a night instead of 45.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Oh,
My poor
okay.
coin purse can't take it. That's a joke. That's the joke.
Scar puts his lips together and does not move them.
Scar is
I-
allowed to change his clothes and take a much-needed shower with soap, bath with soap.
I pay
Inside.
61 gold, by the way, not 60, because I'm a
Okay.
nice person.
No, you aren't. You lie like a dog, but okay. I would be a benevolent evil overlord of all this realm.
That's exactly. People will love me. I mean, those who don't won't, reappear, but everyone else will love me.
They'll love me, or else.
Yeah, yes, this group isn't remotely twisted.
We're not remotely twisted. We're extremely twisted.
Twisting of an up close and personal nature.
Yes.
This is a PG-13 Minecraft server, sir.
Interestingly enough, the ranger notices that just across the road from is a large wooded lot, with that is got both horses and dogs.
Interesting.
Cool. I could go speak with critters.
You could go speak with critters.
Bet they
I'm
might
gonna
know
go
some
speak
things.
with critters.
Are you speaking with them just for funsies, or do you have a specific goal in mind?
Reconnaissance. People don't pay attention to People don't pay attention to the animals when they're talking about stuff. I'm gonna go start questioning critters.
You manage to. Okay. Let's see. Do you have surveillance or track humanoids? I know you have track humanoids. Do you have surveillance or no?
I don't believe so. I'm not
Okay.
seeing.
Do you have interrogation? I think also not.
Also not correct.
Okay. So burn 2 times the the ISP, the inner strength points, because you're going to be talking to multiple animals,
12.
and it's going to take some time, and then make a track humanoids roll.
Ooh. I'm down to 30 ISP. Racking humanoid is 40. Oof. Nope. Got an 80 on that one.
You know who has fleas, and Snowball is always right, and uh, and you can identify the lead mare in the herd of horses.
It's
Okay.
getting late. You're probably tired. You can probably try again in the morning.
They just don't know. They don't know.
Oh, they just oh man,
Yep.
they just really don't know. Gosh darn.
It was worth
Important
it.
stuff, though.
Yes, I now know if we rent any of the horses, I want that mare.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, it depends, because if you're not riding in
Well,
front, you're gonna have a long day.
I guess
And I
my
want
question
to put
is: Are there
put
any
Cookman on the one with fleas.
are there any cats that are like stray cats around? Because I bet they would know stuff.
Well, there's almost always stray cats like behind the dumpsters and the garbage of it. So, my lord, you.
That's what I
I-
mean.
I-
They're crafty. They're sly. Talk to them.
I like the idea. I would like to wait until we know where the dead bodies were found so I can ask critters around those areas.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to talk to them at night and rest up and recharge over the evening, then you can start fresh
If
in
I
the
knew
morning.
where to go to what animals to talk to, I would.
Well, wait. Why not the back of the inn? Because maybe she's the evil person who did it. Dun dun dun.
Valid point. No,
Yes.
because
Yes.
the message that wouldn't make sense along with the message from creepy elf dude. If she's the bad guy, why would there be unfounded courage? So there's something going on because her courage is unfounded. So she's like, nah, everything's fine. The wizard is going, it's all cursed. He's wrong. She's wrong. So something is going on, and it's probably not a curse. That's my theory.
I can just
I
I
think
just
they've
figure
got
this out
assassin
himself.
benefit.
Oh man.
I wonder if there's anything
I-
magical about her, like bracers or something. Like, cause she had like those bracers on.
Is there
Try to see if
anybody in our who is good at investigation type stuff in the party?
You're unconscious, not yet joined the party.
Drat.
Yeah.
Also, the priestess of light, driven away by the presence of Elah.
We're just batting 1,000 today.
Well, no, but you know, it's fine.
I mean, some nighttime surveillance wouldn't necessarily be a horrible thing to do.
Do you have that
That's
skill?
That's what cats do.
Oh, you're going to recruit the cats to do surveillance for you.
That does sound like a good plan. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're gonna burn a little more ISP and try and get some cats on the hunt, so to speak.
Yeah, just don't seem overly interested.
Roll animal husbandry to get a good proper bribe for the local cat community.
Ooh, I have
And-
animal husbandry as well. If that would
You
help,
can't talk to cats. I'm sorry.
But he
but
can
I
give
would know how to bribe
suggestions.
them, would I not?
Oh, yes, no, that's true. Oh, you guys are actually going to be communicating and doing teamwork?
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I'm going to
Alright.
talk to the group and explain to them what I'm planning on doing because I just failed my role, so I need some help.
I got a 2%. So
Nice.
The cookman goes in the back room and traps like 20 mice in one shot.
Actually fish
Fish. Or
and fish
Ooh,
livers.
fish.
And,
They are nummy, and we are on the lake. Yeah, they would love that.
because you have a whole boat full of crew who can fish.
Yep.
And yeah.
You know,
Okay,
we can all.
All right, I want you to mark. I want you to mark on the map. Each place that you want to bribe cats, and each place, because cats are territorial. So I need you to make marks in each place that you want to recruit cats for surveillance for the evening. You need to spend ISP for that.
I wonder if we would need the cats to the Varese estate. I wonder if that would be a good place.
well, that's definitely one I think we should do.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Probably-
right now, I think we should be casing the tavern,
Yep.
inn, whatever, and the Varese estates, because I'm operating on the theory that this is some sort of assassination thing going on, and
Mhm.
so there might be somebody trying to be sneaky and case the joint. So the cats can be sneaky and case the casers.
Yeah.
This feels like a spy versus spy comic all of a sudden.
A little bit.
This is investigating. Yes, then you are using your skills. I got no problem with that.
So anybody got any other location suggestions besides?
I would
Ooh.
say maybe the dockyards themselves because of people coming in and out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Does anybody have Streetwise or Heraldry?
Yes, I have heraldry.
Well, yes, of course. In case you guys haven't picked up, I use that very much. That's a very much like the opposite of
Clue-back.
Streetwise, right? It's the upper crust. It's not just law. It's kind of law, and it's kind of how the government works, but it's also kind of like the hoity-toity society knowledge, the opposite of Streetwise.
Yeah, I absolutely failed my heraldry with 100. So.
Oh,
You earthling. Okay. Well, yeah, you're distracted. This is the first night your character has had his own private room and a bathtub in like a month. So
Finally, I'm not
just relaxing.
sleeping wrong.
Okay, moving right along. And so Sir Hedonist aside, does anybody else have any applicable skills?
Oh, if we wanted
Not
to recruit
effectively.
cats around the fort, I bet the fort might be interesting.
Well, how many stations can you set up?
I guess that is a good. I'm just saying, I'm spitting out ideas. It's a matter of I don't know what.
Right now, I'm at 36 ISP.
That's
So
6.
I can 6 a shot. So
You can set up 6 stations for the night.
24.
And that's kind of shooting your load, but this seems like a decent plan.
So like both, like, because there's 2 docks, so we probably want to do both docks.
The collector training place, collectors are involved. Like he said that the collectors have investigated and found nothing.
But collectors are kind of like the Jedi / U.S. Marshals of this area, so that's not unusual at all.
Like the mayor's house.
Well, you guys circle off 6, and then I'll do the wider radiuses, and I'll tell you what you learn the next day, or once he's got enough ISP back together because he won't be able to get the answers.
How much of a radius can these cats cover?
I'd say 100. I'd say Looking at the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Call it a 6 square radius. 6 square diameter. Sorry, if I said 6 square radius, you can just surveil the entire town tonight. I can't make it that easy. Come on, people. I have some self-respect.
Meow.
6 square. Man, I can barely see the squares.
You gotta zoom in.
What tool should I be using to do this?
Just make the little pen, the draw. Just mark the individual tiny squares. I can do the radiuses. Don't worry about it. So, like, here's an example.
How does this thing work?
I just want to
it's
point
not.
out which of us works in IT.
Ooh.
Snap.
Why is it? No!
Yeah.
Undo. How do I undo? Undo. There we
Command
go.
Z.
Command. What are you, an Apple user?
Yes, his whole family
Yes.
is.
Ugh.
I know, right?
Not
Does-
sure we can
Are
be
you
friends
gonna
anymore,
are you
Roleplaying.
gonna argue with the results of my work, sir?
I'm just saying. They overcharge for underwhelming product.
My editing machine does wonders for me.
And I'm sure a Windows 1 could do just the same.
Okay, real. All right, break it up, boys. Break it up. Back to our imaginary world where good and evil are not involved, in copyright lawsuits.
I have one
Well-
word for you: Vista.
Mistakes can be made, but they keep repeating them.
No, leave Ubuntu out of this.
Apple TV.
I mean,
The pen line thing is not working for you. I'm going to do the freehand one.
Yeah,
There we
That's fine. There you go. Varese Estate. There's one.
How many people we got playing tonight?
4.
Oh,
Four?
I know how okay, so the pen tool is basically you click one space, and I know that it disappears and you click the other. It literally just
Okay.
draws a line between 2 points is all
Okay.
it is.
Since none of us really have good rolling options for investigation, and one of us is currently distracted in a bathtub, how about the three of us each pick 2 locations that we think should be
No,
investigated?
you don't have to do any of this. The cats will do all the work. You can go home and soak in the tub.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but we got to pick these 6 spots. So,
Yeah,
so-
okay. So each of you pick 2 so that Garrett doesn't have to do all
So
the
wait,
drawing.
one of them is
so I've
yeah,
got
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got our 2 surviving adventures of the Varese Estate and the inn, and then each of them should pick at least 1. And you can save 6 ISP.
I'm willing to burn it all to get more investigation.
Right, but
Yeah.
you're gonna need all that much again to collect the information once the
Oh,
cats
true.
know. And you only recover like 2 a night without meditation as a skill. 2 an hour of sleep without meditation skill. So you guys are going to be in just assuming this is the perfect solution. It's going to take you like 2 days to hear what all the cats have to say.
And I don't have meditation, so I can't, or do I?
Not yet. Nope.
Might be something good to learn.
Is there like an alchemy shop where like some of the others of us could like buy more community animal things?
You could find rings or amulets to commune with animals. You have a 40% chance. Each of you has a 40% chance of finding one, because there is a fair amount of trade through this town. It's like a continental trade hub. It's along a continental trade spine, so.
I want that now just so they can hear Flash talk during combat.
You are... How many things do I have to track at once? Oh, okay.
All right, I'm
I
gonna
take
try.
that as a compliment. I would take that as a compliment.
It just becomes standard operating procedure. Whenever we go into battle, the first thing everybody does is activate that ring.
Activate flash. What is that? Fleet feet? No.
Flash. Ah.
Hey, we could just set up one magic word for all the rings, and then someone just has to shout that word, and bam, everybody gets the thing and didn't waste an action.
Horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course, unless the horse is. All right, I'm better.
Magoo. The word will be Magoo.
I hate you. Moving right along.
I will roll to see if I can find this magic item for words. 13%.
I too just on general principle, Jesus loves you. My opinion is not part of that, and we found yet another magic power we haven't purchased yet. Ha ha ha! I will persuade
Yay.
that.
No, 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 no.
Right? Magic
All right.
powders, communion, diminish self. No, versus human versus animal. Oh, it's not a standard ring. Oh, spiffy.
Did you look at the wood stove when you were over there?
Needs ash taken out though.
It wasn't that bad earlier.
It was underneath the front part.
Interesting. There isn't a magic spell for that.
Huh.
That's a psychics only.
Okay then.
Huh. That's a bummer.
Bummer indeed.
Well, the Eastern Territories has a solution for that actually. But it's expensive.
Believe it.
Land on that place.
So Flute of Charming, no. Medallion of Dreams, no. Mystic Sands. Crystal Portals, so not Staff of Cobras, not the Striker Animals. Or not. I thought that's the crown from the Western Empire.
We just need to get so that Flash can talk to us.
So the odds of finding an enchantment from an enchanted item from the Western Empire in this town is 10%.
Hmm.
And there will be a markup because it's traveled across the entire continent.
Well, we must. To hear Flash, we must.
Well, you guys are figuring that out. I gotta go.
It won't allow you to hear Flash, but it will solve his ISP problem.
Oh. Well, I got 21%.
There's an item that is an ISP battery. That would allow him to.
I will watch that.
Yeah, Lex the Mind Mage had one. There's
Why?
the Western Empire's book.
Lex the Mind Mage, the ultimately OP and broken character. Ugh.
Yeah, like we have to end the campaign. Why? Because Lex won. He advanced to godhood. None of you will survive any adventures I throw at him, and he will solve all the problems I throw at you. Well, that was what ended the campaign.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeet.
That was a pretty glorious last battle though with the jet fighters and everything.
I love the Matthew McConaughey failed attack.
What are you doing, Casey?
The Idrantine Circlet. Okay. 10% chance for anybody in the party to find one for sale.
Can
I-
someone
I-
roll
I-
for me?
I got 29% chance, so
What did
Joe
you
wants
say
Nope.
the percentage was?
10.
10. My gosh.
Oh, wait. This is a rare version. 5.
Can someone roll for Joe, please? He's dealing with the wood stove.
Gotcha.
sure. I guess I can. Come on, dice. 67. Nope.
Alas.
That's what I,
Didn't
that's
get
what I
anything.
got.
That
Huh,
doesn't
weird.
sound
Oh, well. This investigation will take you a couple days.
Oh.
Hopefully nobody dies in the meantime.
Yay.
So
Wait,
if he's doing his crude attempts to regain his strength, he can recover 2 an hour. And if he focuses on that for the interim day, then 48. He can, yeah. By the second day, he'll be able to collect all the information.
Huh. We got time.
Okay. The geez.
Uh-oh.
Daryl, when Joe, if you can hear me, when you're on your way to ask the cats around the Neven Manor, the Neven estate, you may or may not notice something.
He says okay.
So somebody needs to roll a d20 for. We'll go with track and trap animals, the higher percentage.
I can roll it for him.
Sure.
So D20 or D100 for that?
D100.
Oh, D100. I don't see.
Percentage. Yeah.
You said the
just-
lower one?
Guys, there's a double
Oh, the higher one is fine.
Oh, the higher one.
Somebody else is rolling for you.
I can try. Give that
Go for it.
That's a 27 out of 39.
There's no shrubberies in front of that. There's no topiary shrubberies in front of that fence.
Oh, Leslie.
Carpet of
And the
adhesion.
discoloration of the stone means that there never were.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
The
Leslie.
shrubbery really was angry.
Oh yeah, I was being literal.
Well then.
We're being hunted by an angry shrub. Yay.
Bring me a shrubbery. I'm gonna burn me a shrubbery if somebody tells me.
I mean, it's not there, so you can't.
Can I light it
Not
on
there.
fire?
I will burn the shrubbery that is not there. I would love to see that. Roll to strike.
Don Quixote always hits his mark.
It's not a windmill.
Oh, Back's doing the old man thing. I should have picked a Dorito.
I wonder if that shrub was like someone kind of doing what we're doing with the cats.
I highly
Ooh.
doubt it's comparable, but
We've never even heard of a communicate with shrubbery power.
Well,
right?
Drew, wait.
I mean, more like someone's like pretending to be a shrub, not like communicating with shrubs.
None of us are pretending to be cats.
Yeah.
Wait, are there any shrub monsters?
I'm sure I can make one.
I'm wondering if there's one in common lore.
Lore, demons, and monsters. Are you shrubbery, and all you're gonna find is Tanglevine.
Yeah, I made it. So tangled vine.
It wasn't a tangle vine. You guys have already played with those. You farmed them. You would recognize tangle vines.
Oh, but it wasn't it.
Nope.
Based on my memory of the shrub, could I do ID plants and see if I could?
Yes, of course.
40%. Got it with a 26. So what kind of shrub was he impersonating?
That shrub doesn't exist. It's like finding a bad $20 bill in your wallet. You found a counterfeit shrubbery.
Oh, so whoever did it doesn't know plants.
Knows plants well enough to be able to blend in, but not well enough to make something that's real.
Interesting.
We should
Can
probably
we
ask cards about the disappearing shrubs.
can we track down whoever was there at where the shrubbery was?
Track humanoids by half.
Oh.
I did not make that.
I did.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on. No, I didn't. Never mind. Sorry.
I was like, that's impressive.
This die is kind of funky. Couldn't quite read it.
Tis all right.
If you can mute for a second, I can mute them.
Okay. So there was a fake shrubbery right outside the gates of Sir the Curse is gonna kill me.
Mm-hmm. The cats noticed.
No, he didn't. The ranger noticed while he was on his way to talk to the cats.
Got it. Okay.
You
Well,
have
I'm
not
just
yet
saying.
collected the information from the cats. We have not
Yeah,
yet
right.
jumped forward those 2 days.
Got it. I'm just wondering if the cats would have also noticed.
Who knows? They're cats.
I want to know why the guards didn't notice.
Who pays attention to a shrubbery?
Apparently, a ranger does.
Yeah, a farm, an outdoorsman does. What city person pays attention to a shrubbery?
Yes, but a gate guard should at least know what their typical area looks like so that they can be on alert for something other than normal.
Yeah, who's their landscaper? That would probably
Intelligence.
be.
Ooh. I have it. 51. Ooh.
I failed my intelligence.
I failed mine by 6.
Can they pay a fate point to reroll?
They can pay a fate point to reroll or add 20% to their roll. Or subtract 20% from their roll.
Still
Ooh.
fell for me.
Wait, did you reroll? Because then you need to spend a fate point, and you need to tell me which aspect of your character would. Okay.
He's saying
No,
if he did the 20%, he would still.
Yeah,
fail.
if I did the 20%, I'd still fail.
So you have to go for a reroll.
Yeah.
I only failed by 6%, so
Do you
might as well
have
say point
something about those aspects that would let you apply it to that roll? Like something about your character from those aspects means you should have succeeded.
What were we talking about again?
Shrub.
Military intelligence. Why didn't the guards notice the shrub?
Oh.
You were scarred by your missing past, and you're also scarred by the missing shrubbery.
The missing shrubbery left a scar.
He can't kill it with fire because it's no longer there. He's an idealist. Why aren't these guards doing their job? Ideally, they would be.
No, that's
Yeah.
a stretch.
Why wouldn't these cards be?
Yeah,
Are they young?
I don't think you have an aspect that would let you do a reroll.
Hmm.
He's being proactive by trying to help.
Nah. That doesn't mean the rest of you don't have aspects that could let you reroll.
I mean, I don't have
Um,
the skills, so.
I'm gonna save my fate points for something a little bit more important.
Oh, nice, nice.
Would this be like a mental affinity check if I don't have the skill?
Nope. You can figure out with just gamer thoughts, but the dice cannot provide it for you without the skill.
I mean, they're guards, and like he said, who looks at shrubs? But
I'm just asking, like,
maybe
who's the landscaper? The guy that would actually be in charge of, shrubs.
would these guys be like paid off to like look the other way for shrubs?
Lornian
That's not
mercenaries are famous for being incorruptible.
Well, everyone has a price.
Many people find
Alexa, turn off kitchen.
many people in the mercenary business find not getting executed by their employer is a powerful bribe.
good.
It
Some
turns
would
out the mercenary
say
company wants to be hireable ever again, and you can't
yes.
bribe somebody enough to replace the next 30 years of their income. Well, in general, some wiggle room with the kidnapping of their children and certain threats, but
Right.
I wonder if my farming and gardening skill would be at all useful.
yeah, gardening would be a very useful skill in tracking down a shrubbery.
I have that
No,
too.
not this time.
Not this time. Looks like it's going to be a 2-day stay over.
Well,
And you're
I've got farming and gardening, so I can try and track it.
okay. You can
Hopefully,
check your awareness of the town, of your ability to get familiar with the town shrubbery, with the town topiary trade.
it's always
Take that,
important to know the
Disneyland.
trade. I failed miserably. Man, nice. That's 25 more XP.
I mean, I could justify a fate point. One of my aspects I think should work, but I don't know if it's actually worth it.
I think your high concept would probably work. You're a ranger. This is actually what you do. You know nature and you track stuff.
Anybody think I shouldn't spend the fate point?
Your fate point. You do what you want with it.
I mean, I
Right.
personally think it might
He
be worth
is
it.
going to be Greg. Wow, he going to be Greg?
I say it might be worth it due to the fact that if there's a seemingly unknown entity skulking about, acting like, dressed up as a shrubbery, he's, possibly an assassin. And if we capture him early, he might not actually be able to kill someone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. Okay, I'm gonna spend a fate point on adolescent human ranger, or nature is my only comfort. Either one I think works.
Yeah.
Try and take a second crack at figuring this out. So what skill do you want me to re-roll, Bruce?
Oh, it's your character. You pick which skill you think would be best.
The track humanoids is the same percentage, so yep, we'll go with the track humanoids. Jesus. Nope. 94.
Golly dang.
Dang.
This guy covered his tracks well.
Well, you can try and reroll one of the other skills if you want, or you can wait 2 days for the cats.
I think I'm gonna wait 2 days for the cats at this point.
You guys have 2 lovely nights of private rooms, hot baths, home cooked 3 home cooked meals a day. It's a little pricey to keep the fleet here. So that's going to be rounded off to 500 gold for an additional 2 days of docking fees. And then that's a lot of people to keep in inns.
Yeah. Well,
So let's
if it gets too
see.
expensive, we
You've
can
only
just
got like a 45. Oh, that's not good. 38 times 150.
On.
We're single-handedly breaking their economy.
Drunken sailors.
Oh,
You
no.
guys now owe 5,700 gold in damages and fines.
Anyone that's caught fighting is getting confined to quarters on board the boat.
Yeah, I only rolled 2d20.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2d20.
Well, yeah, that was for the first night.
Mm-hmm.
Then word kind of got around.
Sailor's gonna sailor.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is no such thing as an ability to stop that.
Nope.
Probably do a percentage roll for how many new children will be arriving in approximately 10 months.
Nice.
Nope, no, I'm not doing that roll. Sir, not appearing on camera. Yep, no.
Well, you're not going to make that plot relevant? I'm kidding.
On the way back, you can, a year from now, you guys can all decide whether you're going to, yeah, no, not that will disappear into the bookkeeping of the merchant company that we're not tracking that carefully because give me a break.
There
Okay.
was a population boom.
2 days later. And it is relaxing and it's really nice after 3 weeks on board ship to have a weekend off. And your sailors have spent a lot of their pay in town, so they're appreciative of that. You get the information from the cats, which will be 6 track humanoid rolls.
And I was gaining how much ISP back?
So, assuming you spent the whole day recovering your poor strained brain, and that was 48 for your day off, and then we're
Okay.
minus another 36. So you're at 12.
Okay.
You're not, you have useful psychic powers, but psychic powers this is how they work. They're typically stronger than magic, and it takes a longer time to recharge.
Bit glass cannon like.
Psychic powers in this game are a little more glass cannon than magic spells, yeah. Or sprinter. You think psychic powers are sprinting versus magic is a lot more endurance running or joining the chess club.
Endurance running.
Although my chess club were all multiple varsity athletes, so we
All
were
right.
the chess club that could beat up every other chess club in the district.
Have you ever
Makes
seen the teenager Bruce picture?
And he reminds me of all the dorks I know, and yep.
I mean, he probably could have beat me up if we were in high school at the same time.
I was never able to defeat more than 4 people at a time in hand-to-hand combat in high school.
He only said versus him, Bruce.
Anyway, what's the info from the cats?
Yeah, about that. I won't yep.
He's trained
So
me. I know exactly how I do in a fight with him. Not good.
where do you want to start? Let's start with the Neven. Let's start with the Wizard's Estate. Track humanoids.
I get to roll that again?
That's what you get. Yeah, the cats are giving you the cats are giving you the detail of 2 nights worth of surveillance in exchange
38.
for all of the fish you had your sailors providing for them.
Made it with 38, just barely by the skin of my teeth.
Math basic.
Math basic.
Anybody can do math basic.
Okay, I'll roll it.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
62.
Better than me. I got 73.
62 out of 64.
Oh, so you made it?
I actually made it. Yeah, the warrior monk made a math roll.
Paladin failed spectacularly with a 72.
Still better than me. I got a 73.
So the shrubbery appeared the day after Nielsen, the third to last surviving adventurer, died falling off his horse. It disappeared the hour it was magic netted. It walked away. The cats didn't care. It wasn't edible, and it didn't feed or pet them.
They still notice, though. Interesting.
Well, it was moving, and it was in their territory.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Behind the inn. What's the track humanoids roll for behind the inn?
13. Finally, these
Nice.
dice are being nice to me.
Basic math.
And anybody can do this one?
All right, I got a
Not at this
5%
time.
on math.
35.
There's an additional trash bin behind the inn. It has been there. It appeared there evening 2 nights ago. It doesn't matter. It doesn't hold any food. It doesn't pet or feed them.
Okay.
And it does appear to be full of trash.
I think we need to go carpet of adhesion, magic net, and poke said trash bin. After we finish getting the rest of the intel.
Okay, so you don't say anything in the presence of the trash bin.
No.
Okay. And you don't appear to be doing anything other than petting the cats and
Yep.
feeding them fish.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's unfortunately effective. I keep having to give you experience points. All right. Mayor. The mayor's place?
I made it for the Drax Humano.
Okay.
Basic math again.
Nope.
Oh.
Tells me I'm going to be out of bed with a bunch of leg cramps tonight.
I already gave you the banana I had.
So the cats all hate the mayor. He's got a perfectly delicious bird that flies over the head many times a day, but it cheats. It turns to stone and doesn't taste good at all. Now it's out of reach. He keeps that hated thing on his mantle, and he's a terrible tease for that because it's not even in a cage or anything, and they can't eat it, and they hate him for it.
Interesting.
Lore magic.
Don't have that.
Ooh.
I don't have lore for anything.
Yeah, I don't
you do.
either.
You have That's Not a Shrubbery.
I don't have lore magic.
Lore, this is not the plant I was looking for.
You should know better than that.
How not to be seen?
Lore magic fail. Cookman, are you sure? Cough, cough. Probably would have 8 point.
Polly want a fate point? Yes. Yes, I do.
No, the GM
Oh,
wants a fate point. Feed the GM a
Oh.
fate point.
Oh,
Or,
okay.
or you don't know. And that's okay too.
Well,
It's in your
I am
hands.
I am a warlock. I know my stuff.
All right, reroll or 20%.
What was the goal? It's Lord Magic. That's right.
Yep.
Let me look to see what my number is. I got a 74. That's 50. I would want to re-roll that.
I love
Okay.
the Fate 4 reflex there. What was the target again?
Fate. It's okay. So, you're a warlock. You really know your stuff. Reroll. And the results.
22. All right. I got
Yay.
it.
Woohoo! Banged his head against the wall hard enough, he jogged something loose.
Boing.
Oh my goodness.
Shakes ideas out just like a Marine.
So the mayor is using the magic pigeon enchantment. It sounds like he's got it in a statue on his mantelpiece, and he uses it a few times a day.
What the heck? Is it a personal
Messenger
spy?
pigeon, basically? Or just
A little more than that.
the UAV.
The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
Birds really do work for the government here.
Apparently.
Can my falconry do anything to help inform this?
This is actually a level. It's a level 6 wizard spell.
Weird.
Cats know the last time the bird like moved.
It's like every day.
Track and trap animals.
Track, trap animals. Let's see.
31, which I believe makes it, but I got to double check. Yes.
Okay, and then some form of navigation, either astronomy and navigation or land navigation.
Made that with a 9.
Okay, 2 or 3 times a day during the daylight, the pigeon flies overhead towards Lorne. And
Messenger?
once a day, the pigeon flies northeast into the disputed lands.
It's definitely being used for some form of communication.
And
Right.
not towards Southwatch.
Huh.
Interesting, but don't know if this is relevant yet.
I'm not taking notes. That's up to you guys. So for reference, we're going back. We're zooming in.
Who was taking notes for the game before?
Nobody.
You're the one tracking this.
Wait, you said twice a day to Lorne?
2 or 3 times a day from Neven to Lorne.
Not so fast, Track-a-Man.
Which makes sense, right? I mean, business communications, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then once a day in this direction. It's not every night, but every time it flies at night, it flies this way.
Interesting. Toward the glade. Or Yggdrasil.
Oh.
Well, you guys don't know where I don't know if you guys even know Yggdrasil. That'd be history, and that's obscure history. So, well, we'll give it history.
History.
Palladium.
Palladium.
Hit.
You can find a reference to Yggdrasil actually in History Earth.
I succeeded with my history.
Okay. It's the great magic tree of the world that is reported to be in the disputed lands. Somewhere.
Huh.
But no, the not going quite for Glade, just a little bit too far south.
Interesting.
So if we extend that,
Huh. Yeah.
You said not to Southwatch?
not to Southwatch, which is the military fortress. Because if it was going to Southwatch, it would pass north of Glade. If we're going to Haven, it'd be far further south. In fact, the only major city or habitation in the area or along that line is actually Arlugra.
May not be relevant, but good to know.
Mayor of Human Territory sending routine messages to Woven City.
Right.
Maybe a
An actual
spotlight.
Woven City, or is it just
Actual Woven City. Woven Territory.
I thought that you'd said that before that it was kind of just like big.
into the Eastern Disputed Lands. But you made your navigation check, and there's only one known node of civilization along that. The only other thing you could do would be do a sweep of this on foot.
Nah, that does not sound like a useful use of our time.
Okay.
So the only thing so barring a ridiculous investigation, it appears to be that the mayor of Neven is communicating with somebody in Arlugra.
Not good, guys. Not good.
Lovely.
Not my responsibility to remember that.
Is there a guard captain?
Yes, there is.
Would they like to know this information?
Would you like to tell them? What would you tell them? I was talking to the cats the other day, and they're very upset.
Maybe we should try to intercept the actual message that's being sent. That would at least be
Interesting.
evident. That would at least
Ooh.
be evidence.
Plus, it would help us know if it's if it's part of this or if it's just like something else.
So the magic pigeon looks exactly like a real pigeon. Fly 720 miles every day. Normal weapons cannot harm or capture the pigeon.
Well, one of us can fly and just
lore
cast
magic?
a net on it.
Lore magic?
No.
We're not trying to harm it. We're just trying to capture it.
I need lore magic. To know more.
I do not have lore magic.
We have a warlock.
I fail.
So, how warlock are you, warlock? How important is being able to intercept that magic pigeon to you?
Probably not a lot.
How important is it to everybody else?
I mean, might be useful.
Okay, so does somebody else want to pay a fate point somehow?
I mean, what we could do is wait for it to be released, then like have Scar turn invisible and then fly as the eagle and just catch it.
Are you going to give that a shot? You'll have to wait till tonight. Were you going to go attack the trash bin before then, or like?
Definitely the trash bin is a more pressing matter.
Oh, we still got more cats to talk to, so like.
Okay. Do you want to talk to the cats by Fort Strong?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to the cats by Fort Strong.
Fail.
Oh,
Thank you for the fish. So long, and thanks for all the fish. And finally, stone docks.
The floating docks.
And
Made that one.
You
with a
made the
T.
stone docks. Okay. They got nothing. Oh, wait. You. So, basic math.
math again.
Failed.
I made it.
I made it.
Okay.
Fake elf. You mean our tavern lady?
Nope. No, not the tavern lady.
Just verifying.
Fake elf.
Fake elf said she killed him like Black Paws. Told anyone.
So they like the innkeeper just fine.
Okay, just verifying.
The fake elf reeked of sulfur and death.
Oh gosh, is it mentor?
No, he doesn't. He smells of lavender
Okay.
If he wants to.
when he wants to.
When he wants to. Gosh.
I'm pretty sure he smells like nothing. It's just that his ability to make other people think that he smells like lavender is easy enough. I'm convinced of it.
How nefarious do
Also,
you think my NPC is?
Very.
nefarious
Totally.
enough that you're not staring at it straight in the face. You're looking at what it thinks,
So
what
you
it wants
got.
you to think it's looking at.
So put this all together. What have you found out?
Right. Ooh.
Oh, I guess math, math basic, or math advanced.
Basic.
Again.
Oh, again?
Did you get more information and you've got to compare it to a calendar?
Yes. I've
Yes. I'm no help here.
I got math at 11, so I did it. Yay.
So the fake elf arrived 9 months ago, precisely when the adventurer started dying.
Oh, good to know.
Ooh,
Whoever
anybody?
the
Before we wrap everything up,
The fake elf is the dumpster.
I need a I'm in the market for a fate point.
You want us to pay you a fate
somebody.
point?
Take a fate point.
Me too.
You're handing one out, or you need us to give you one?
He wants one.
Oh, gotcha.
Wants one.
Well, I only have 2 left. Roseburrow's been hoarding them.
You're gonna accuse me of hoarding? Like, I earn these. What do you mean hoarding?
Because
I can
I
spend
paid a
one.
fate point to be able to. Yeah, it was like.
I mean,
Chris
if you
Household
guys,
gets
if I,
two.
if I
The
can,
mayor's
I can.
cats also hate the elf wizard. He caught the pigeon in glowing blue ropes once and didn't feed the pigeon to the cats.
I will pay a fate point.
Okay, yeah, I've taken it, and you guys got got something else from the mayor's cats.
Glowing blue ropes. Does that sound like a magic net?
Sounds like a magic net.
A year ago that happened? Interesting.
Who's the elf wizard? Is that the fake elf? No.
Track humanoids.
Right. This one. Yeah, I made it.
So
Maybe
Nielsen is the friend of Varese, the friend of Varese the sorcerer. Nielsen was actually a druid. Was an elf druid, part of the adventuring party. And that's by description who the cats were talking about.
Huh.
This was before the elf lady came. Fake elf lady.
Yep. Navigation. And lore magic.
38 for the land nav.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 days to get a message to Arlurga. A month by sea to get the message to Prime, the Woven capital. Another month and a half to get somebody from the Woven capital all the way up the Grand Canal. Call it 1 month and a half or 2 months, and the timeline fits pretty well.
Definitely need to intercept one of those messages.
So
Seems like
say it.
well, it seems like because he read the message.
Didn't read the message, just caught the magic pigeon by accident.
By accident?
Oh my gosh, it's literally a retribution, like assassinate this person for possibly reading the messages.
That
It-
sounds like a possible motivation.
Yeah,
For a murder.
this feels more like a hushing people up because of something rather than a cursed.
Well, yeah,
Right.
The wizard's fears are misplaced.
It is an assassin.
Playing from the get go.
Lore, so what kind of assassin, though?
One that can shapeshift and take on the form of a dumpster.
Lore, demons, and monsters.
Lore, demons, and monsters. That
37. That got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys, skipping through, known demons and devils and monsters. True shapeshifting is really, really rare.
This is an illusionist.
So Alu demon hounds can't, aquatics can't, banshees. Nope, they're ethereal. Kuril, the little demon insects, nope. Labasu, lost souls, no. Ghouls and Nasu, no. Lasai, more killer insects, no. Shadim, hawk-faced killer things, no.
Well, I have a gem of reality I could look through at the garbage can to see what it is. As long as it's not like a changing or a metamorphosis.
But if it's a metamorphosis, that would explain why you haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, I can look through it to see if it's a magic or a non-magic transformation. But
the garbage bin? No. The rat in the garbage bin? Yes. And as soon as it sees you seeing him, it transforms.
Into what?
It's a large black-skinned humanoid with claw-like nails and the head of a tiger. So the black skin is under tiger fur. It's wearing magically. It looks like looking like magic robes and gems on its fingers. Give me a sec. Huh. What's wrong?
No, I'm just I'm trying to come up with funny names for my brain, and I'm just like, yep, can't say that. Nope.
And here we go.
I have her and Chris messaging me at the same time.
That looks fun.
Cuddly?
Ew.
Murder bits.
So it's a blinged out furry.
It's 8 foot tall and probably 500 pounds of fur and muscle.
Tiger version of a wolven.
And lore demons and monsters to wrap up tonight's adventure. Because that's what you guys asked for, right? You still didn't want to go more than 3 hours, but you wanted to move the hours earlier so that you guys could get more sleep before church.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and I'm just not built like I was as a teenager.
None of us are. Oh, okay. That's a Rakshasar, the greatest of the demons under the Devil Lords.
So a spirit strike would work on him.
Yeah, good
I-
luck.
I don't do that.
I'm just verifying.
You can find their details on page 325/326 of the Palladium Fantasy main book. And next week will be the boss battle.
Gosh. Behind the tavern.
Oh, boy.
The boss battle behind the tavern, which will give me time to turn that into an actual map.
Yay!
Hey, that's a. Ooh. Okay.
So, 2 nights in
Uh,
Neven, then you fight the Rakshasa assassin behind the Wanderer's home. Experience! You did
Yeah.
succeed at finding it. So, the shrubbery is at least 100. Can't be overly generous. You'll level up too quickly. 1, 2. Okay. 475 for Daryl. Plus skill checks. Cookman was role-playing the heck out of stuff tonight. So 600 for Cookman. Combinations
thank
of
you.
playing in character, quick thinking, useful ideas or actions. And 525 for Sir Matthew.
Yeah, I leveled up.
Nice.
450 for Badger.
What is it per skill check again?
25 XP per
25.
skill check. How many did you have?
Number.